Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We had a glitch there in the system. We just got it figured out. We don't know why we could not go live, and Don and I were already on. We were talking. So let me tell Don that we're here. Hopefully, he can find us. Let me copy a link here, and I'm going to invite him right quickly. So please bear with us. We've had a technical, difficulty here, and I'll get with Dandy Don. We'll get him right in here. And while I'm doing this techie stuff, I apologize for this. We did not anticipate this happening at all. And let's see here. There he is. Okay. He's typing me. There we go. He's got the link now. Poor guy. I tell you, sometimes when things go wrong, you go like, what happened? We got kicked out and we don't know what happened. We've done this show many, many times and just didn't know what happened. But anyway, welcome to the show. Don McGrath is my co-host today. He's also my business partner, and we're going to be doing some great things today. Oh my goodness. And let me see if Don is in here yet and see if he picked up on that. There he is.
There we go.
I just took our pulse and we're live now. So everything that we said before, it wasn't going out. I don't know what happened, and we got kicked out.
Technology is great until it's not. That's the lesson.
Yeah.
That's the lesson you can learn for today.
But we were sharing briefly, about how we met and how this thing got formed and all that. Because, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people out there, they're struggling with their business. And there's always these people out there trying to sell them this, that, and the other. And it just keeps higher and higher and higher prices. And Don and I originally created the Speakers Pathway Coalition, which evolved into the S.C.A.L.E pathway that we have today. Because Don and I, we met at a speaking academy, and we were traveling, different paths. Every time our paths crossed, Don and I complained about the very same thing, didn't we, Don?
We did. And mostly it was the 7-figure workshops that were being sold where people got 7 zeros out of them, but they were all, they got 7 figures, but they were all zeros. And we just said, there's got to be a better way. Mm-hmm. There's got to be a better way. And, some of those events, the training was right for some people. Mm-hmm. About 2 out of every 10 people, they were, ready for it. They were at the right place. They had the right money in their bank account. But for about 8 out of 10, they didn't. They didn't get their return on investment. And a lot of them racked up a lot of credit card debt. And so we said, let's create something for those 8 people.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because there was no one there to help them get from where they are to where they wanted to be. And when you stop and think about it, if you have a client and you sell them something, you at least want that person to get value out of what you sell them, right? That's a principle. And the kind of money that Don and I spent, I said in the closed broadcast, I'll call it that, which is true, about $75,000. I mean, this training is not cheap. All the courses you have to go through. And Don, I think you spent a little bit more on that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Hey,
a small house.
Hey, Don, let's don't mention any of this to our wives, okay?
No, we'll keep that. And we weren't alone, though. I mean, that's the thing is we were not alone. Mm-hmm. And so we just decided to create something that was a pathway, not like a 7-figure workshop. Come here for the weekend and, next thing you know, you're making 7 figures. No, let's figure out where you are. Let's provide you the training that you need to take you to because let's just put it bluntly. You don't need the best teacher in the world. You don't need to pay $2,000 to $4,000 a day necessarily. Mm-hmm. All you need is somebody who's enough ahead of you that they can grab you by the hand and they can pull you forward. That's all you need. Yeah. And so that's what Jim and I set out to create, was something where we're going to take all the things that our team has collectively learned, and we're just going to do that. We're going to create courses. We're going to do coaching. We're going to turn around and grab you by the hand and pull you along on this journey of success.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And the thing about it, when we built our team, we did everything within 3 days, from the alpha to the omega. When we contacted other people to be part of our team, as soon as they found out what we were doing, they were kind of like, oh, deal me in. They were automatically in because they were very much aware of the problems that we were solving. And we started out as Speaker's Pathway, but we changed it to S.C.A.L.E Pathway because we started attracting people, and speaking was the very last thing that would put a dollar bill in their pocket, because they had all these products or books or whatever, and they couldn't sell anything. They were just, they were struggling.
Typically, it was they had, maybe a dozen products or programs, really great stuff. And they had a handful of testimonials. They had already proven that they knew how to help people. The trouble is they just didn't have enough of them.
Exactly.
They didn't have enough of them. And it's like, well, I'll do speaking. That'll really blow it up. That's actually one of the harder things to make money at. If you already have courses that are sitting in your arsenal and you're not selling them, let's go back there. Let's clear out your closet, right? Yeah. Let's find the thing that's worked best for you, the thing that people have loved, where you have the most success stories. Yeah. Let's build a little Tinder underneath it, right? And let's catch it on fire.
And the thing that I love about S.C.A.L.E, we get people to focus on one thing. What's the one thing that you can do, that you can deliver, and you can make money on? Let's take that one thing. If we get that down pat, then we can go and grow, and you can scale your business. And that is the combination that a lot of people are missing. That's why they can't get through the doors.
Yeah, I still remember one of our earliest members. They had a box full of Tai Chi CDs DVDs that they had made. And they were sitting like in their basement or in like, well, I got all these things. Can I sell them? I said, let's do a campaign. And we sat down and we created a landing page that was a free plus shipping campaign where she would deliver this product free plus shipping and handling. So she charged like $9 or something for it. And she sold like 30 of them like within a day. And she was like, wow, I didn't know I could sell these. It's like, yeah, it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. But you can't be like produce stuff. And here's what tends to happen. We produce something. We're getting all excited about, I want to do my latest book, whatever. We put all this energy. We're all creatives. We create it. We love creating it. We get it done. We try a little bit to sell it. It doesn't sell like hotcakes. We go, well, it probably wasn't all that good. Let me go create something new. That's the scenario, right, Jim?
Yeah, exactly. And Don, I love what you tell people is stop with all the fancy titles. I'm a speaker, I'm a coach, I'm this and I'm that. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. They just want to know what you can do for them. And that one product, you just need to get your message across. You got to have all the marketing right. That is what you need to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. And that's making money, right?
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up because I've been doing a lot of online networking lately. And so many people, I'm a best-selling author. I'm a speaker. I'm a coach. It's like, everybody is a best-selling author. Everybody's a speaker. You have just said, I'm like everybody else. In your 7 seconds to get attention, you have managed to say nothing but I'm just like everybody else here. And so I did that training video the other day. Stop that. Just stop it. If you're better off saying nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And the better way is to say something like that is just to say, I help people, dealing with anxiety, or I help people, doing this, and, give them a reason why they need to listen to you. And I picked up on that one time, and I forget where I was at, and it was my turn to speak, and I got up and I says, I'm the author of the worst selling book. Just to be different, just to break the ice. And people kind of looked at me and they kind of, giggled at me, which is good,
Yeah. So I just got off before coming on the show. I just got off a coaching call with members of our S.C.A.L.E Pathway membership. They're our premium program. And we were crafting their differentiation or their mission, their vision, and their differentiation statements. This is like the foundation of your business. And it's so important. And I was teaching this as part of the coaching call. I said, when I go on a podcast or on a TV show, or I'm asked for a bio for anything, I provide my mission statement and my vision statement. That's it. It tells exactly what I do. It tells exactly why I do it. It's not like, I'm a best-selling author. I wrote 50 out of these over 50. Nobody cares about that anymore. They don't care if I have 36 patents. They don't care about that. So why include that in your bio? That ought to be in the 5th paragraph.
Yeah. That's right, because he does hold 36 U.S. patents, ladies and gentlemen. Don's just not a handsome guy. He's got a brain too.
Funny thing is, I used to be smart. I've got a big box. I got a big box in the basement of all my notes from like old engineering classes that I took. And I opened them up. I said, I didn't take these notes, did I? I think I forgot way more than I know.
Oh, yeah. But at Speakers, at the S.C.A.L.E Pathway, sometimes I still call it Speakers Pathway, but at S.C.A.L.E Pathway, our members have a wonderful opportunity to be able to provide value to their clients. And I'd like for you to share some of the things that we provide for our members that they can actually, provide value to their clients.
Yeah, you want me to share some of our courses?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right. You go right ahead.
Let's see if I share my screen.
Mm-hmm. Please do.
And let me know.
Okay, I don't see
it. Oops. Nope, I forgot. I got to click another button, I think.
These buttons get particular, don't they?
I got to click that one and that one.
There we go, Don. Okay,
all right. So now let me go.
Blow it up there. Okay.
Let me go to here. Can you see this okay?
Yeah. Yes,
All right, so you should be seeing our S.C.A.L.E Pathway courses. So this is a portal that when people become members of S.C.A.L.E Pathway, they get access to all of these courses. For example, one of the things we're running right now is our S.C.A.L.E Marketing Bootcamp. That's a 21-day S.C.A.L.E Marketing Bootcamp. Can I bring you inside, Jim?
Yes, sir. Please do. Drive away.
So when you come into our courses, we don't just send you emails with stuff, right? This is real training. So when you come in, you'll see what are the assignments in week 1, which is training that I did with Bill Heinrich about nailing your niche, which is one of the places you need to start. Like, who do you serve? Mm-hmm. What is their psychographic? What problems are the priority for them? And then creating your mission, your vision, your differentiation, visual branding, your logo, colors, what fonts you use. We record everything that we do. So we just take you through a 21-day boot camp that has revolutionized things for people, right, Jim? Is it an exaggeration to say that people have gone like from 0 to 90 miles an hour in 3 weeks in the program?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because they get the clarity in their mind and they can see their building blocks.
Yeah, we've had people get such incredible clarity by taking these courses, by taking this 21-day marketing boot camp, that they go from not really being able to articulate what they do, who they help, what problem they solve, what makes them different and why they do it, to being able to just take the copy that they generate in the course and build landing pages and start monetizing their expertise. And it's been incredible seeing what people are able to do. If I scroll down here, you'll see we have other training, getting media exposure. I think you've got some elements in there, Jim, right?
Yes, sir, I do.
And then how to become a coach. Let me click into that. So this is by Bill Heinrich, one of our executive trainers. For people who, if you have an expertise and you've achieved success in it, one of the best things you can do is teach other people how to do it and coach other people how to do it. So this program shows you how to take your expertise, become a coach, and start monetizing that expertise. So there's videos on how to get started, what's required to be a coach, how do you pick your niche, what are different styles of coaching, and then there's all kinds of resources, the coaching elevator pitch, coaching questions, goals forms, a lot of resources for people to use in their coaching. Does this make sense, Jim?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So just incredible. One of my favorite courses is our speaker training. And Jim, you and I actually crafted this together, right?
Yes, sir, we did.
So Lon, take a quick tour into there. So this is all about how to become an influential speaker. So if you look in here in the first module, it's all about getting clarity about in fact, it's funny, a lot of people are like, I want to be a speaker. I want to be a speaker. And but I don't know what to speak about. They don't know what to speak about. So in this course, we actually bring them through some exercises that help them to craft, decide on what topic that is best for them, and to be able to put together a short talk that has the impact that they really want to have.
Mm-hmm.
We also show them how to create one sheets and speaker kits. This is some incredible training.
Oh yeah, because a lot of folks, when they come out of speaker training, they've never even heard of a speaker kit. They didn't even know it existed.
That's one thing. People think, well, what it is to be a speaker, I just get up and I start talking. Okay. And talking, write this down. Talking does not equal speaking.
Mm-mm.
Talking does not equal speaking. When speaking's done artfully, it just can be so powerful, and you're not just a windbag saying whatever you want. Good talks are structured in a specific way that moves people to action. This isn't about teaching. This isn't about lecturing. This isn't even about entertaining. This is about moving people to action with your words. That's what we teach. That's why we call it become an influential speaker. So there's how to craft the talk. And then there's why speak? What makes a powerful call to action? How do you actually put together an offer? We give templates for a short talk structure. We have this part that you and I, Jim, recorded together, which is pro speaking tips. All the things that you and I learned in all that speaker training about stage technique, about hand positions, about facial expressions, about utilizing the stage, about engaging the audience. All this stuff we put into, I think there's around 10 videos. This is incredible stuff about slide content, storytelling. Oh my goodness, how to engage people. I mean, this is gold.
We did that in one day too.
We did it all in one day. I still remember that. We went over to the library and we recorded this all in one day.
It was powerful. It was just electrifying. I loved that training that day.
Really was. I mean, we put it all on the table, and I still remember I was very proud when we got done. We delivered so much. In fact, I think we delivered, I would put a value of like $10,000 on that piece of this training alone.
Absolutely. Because the amount of training you would get that we gave there, you're talking at least a week and a half.
Yeah.
And, geez, at $2,000 a day, you guys can do the math on that one there.
And most people will, when you're starting out speaking, mostly you'll be given the opportunities to do short talks. These are talks anywhere from 10 minutes to 30 minutes. And so much of the training is how to craft that short talk, like a TED style talk or a talk up to 30 minutes. Most times if you go to a networking meeting or you're invited to go speak somewhere, and generally you're not given more than 30 minutes until you're pretty advanced. But we didn't want to just limit ourselves to that. So Become an Influential Speaker 4 actually shows you how to create a long talk. This is a talk over 45 minutes. And this is where you do much more storytelling. This is where you tell your personal story, your struggle story, your success story, and you give some teaching actually during that. And you actually do, hey, look at that handsome guy right there. I tell my personal story. And this is where you can make an offer. You can actually offer something for sale once you've filled the trust bucket up with a long talk. So this is really valuable. This how to make an offer is an art form. And in this training, I actually teach you everything that I've ever learned about making a great offer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as you're going through that, Don, I'm just sitting here thinking, wow, think of how much money we would have saved, number one. Number two, how fast we would have gotten all the training that we didn't get, even though we paid a lot of money. I mean, we went into a lot more detail. That's what I'm saying. Years of experience in addition to techniques and all that.
Yeah. I mean, one of our strengths when we organize our courses, they're very easy to follow.
Yes.
They're very, very easy to follow. People walk away from the courses with actual work done, actually skills gained, actual results. It's not like we just don't like vomit information all over you. We actually say, okay, here's a little bit of information. Here's how to put it into practice. Go design your one sheet. Mm-hmm. Just go do it. Don't stop talking about it and just go do it. So I believe that this course competes with a lot of training that you and I paid a lot of money for, Jim.
Oh, it's better than what we paid for. And I'm not saying it because, you and I created it, but I'm just saying because the truth, this is better training that what we paid thousands and thousands of dollars for.
So amazing. People who come into a S.C.A.L.E pathway, it's $150 a month, and they get access to all this training, how to become a coach. There's a course around webinars that sell. This is how to give a full length webinar and make an offer that actually converts. Also, how to write your book training. This is a course that I put together. I've written 6 books, and I say 4 good ones, but I've written 6 books. And this is the things that I've learned about how to not only write your book, how to structure your nonfiction book, but also how to build an audience while you're writing your book so that when you have your book finally ready to go to print, there's people waiting for it. The biggest mistake most authors make is they lock themselves in their office or their room, and they work on their book, and then they come out and say, hey, I have a book. And what everybody else says, Jim?
So what?
I didn't know you were working on a book.
Yep.
What's your book about? So instead of that's the biggest mistake. And
building up the anticipation of the what's coming out. I'm writing a book about this. Oh, okay. Raising the curiosity level. That's what you want.
Yeah, bring people on the journey, interview people, include them in your story, do blogs about it, get on radio shows and TV shows, tell people about not only your success, but also your struggles.
Absolutely.
People want to be in on the struggle. So one of the things that Jim, you and I just cooked up and just hatched the other day was that members of S.C.A.L.E Pathway, so people who are in our membership, what have we allowed them to do, Jim?
We're going to allow them to offer all of these products here to their clients, and they can do it one of 2 ways. This is mine and Don's gift back to them. They can say, thank you so much for, buying my coaching program. I'm going to offer you this free gift here of personal growth training or whatever it might be, speaker training, how to write your book, you name it. And they also have the prerogative of taking one or more of these and bundle them together and be able to sell them. And they will not owe us one thin dime. That's how we pay it forward.
This isn't an affiliate thing. This is a gift. This is outright. Basically, you've taken our courses. We want to continue to have them to be of value to you. So we're allowing them to take these and offer them to other people without paying us a dime. They can give bonuses as gifts, as thank yous. We don't care. Yeah.
There's no strings attached to it at all, ladies and gentlemen, because we want the folks who are members with us. I mean, you're talking $5 a day. What is that? 1.5 apples at Whole Foods?
Yeah. Like,
as you like to say,
apples at Whole Foods. It's not very much. So, I'm very, very excited. In fact, I just had a meeting with one of our members today. There's 5 courses that she wants to bundle together. It's the speaker training. And she said it's very timely because somebody came to her and said, hey, I'm writing my book and I need some help. I need some help. So she's going to offer them the author training, how to write your book. And of course, when you write a book, you must speak.
That's
Otherwise,
right.
Nobody knows about your gosh darn book. So she's also doing the speaker training. She's in speaker training and also including the coaching training, because when you are an expert at something, you can monetize your expertise by coaching others. Right. Also including the marketing mini courses, because that's the biggest struggle for most people is their marketing. And then the webinars that sell, because it's just another format of speaking.
It's really amazing because we were sitting around, we were talking about that just recently, and we've got all this wonderful training there, and we got some wonderful members that's been with us for a very long time. And Dawn and I got talking about how can we give back? Well, we can do that simply by allowing our members to be able to share things that we've already created and be able to help, other people out there and help our members. And guess what? It will also help them create more sales and put money in their pocket. And I remember when we were sitting there in Colorado Springs putting this thing together those 3 days, the thought that we had was that we want to create something that would be so much value to our members that they cannot afford to leave us. And now we have stepped up to the plate on that. We are delivering the goods, ladies and gentlemen, for $5 a day. Goodness gracious. I mean, if you're serious about building your business and you want to have all the tools that you need, we got it. And you can also resell those tools or gift those tools to provide super value for your higher priced products. The only limitations in the canyons of your minds. That's it. Am I right on that, Don?
It really is. And I think once you come to the realization that it's not that hard, it's not that hard. It's really not. And you've probably done all the hard work. You've already built your expertise. You already have it. Chances are you've got content out the wazoo. You've got it all. You probably have more content than you. In fact, one of the things that I say to people when they join and I meet with them, usually I often onboard people and I find out what they've done. And I say this, Jim, I say, I forbid you from creating another thing for 90 days.
And you know why he does that, ladies and gentlemen? Because we can get so focused on this and that and the other. And, we start creating, we can create and create, But what happens is that you lose focus on the scaling part of the business. If you create one thing and you take it up and you're able to scale it, you can do that process over and over and over again. But you can't do 9 things at one time. You're going to get disheartened. You're going to get lost. You're going to get, discouraged. Have you ever felt discouraged in your business? We've got the pathway for you to keep you from getting discouraged. How about that?
And that's where many people get hung up.
Mm-hmm.
They get hung up in, they love the creating piece. They create. And then they're like, well, now what? Okay, I tried to sell it. Oh, I don't know how to sell. I'm terrible at selling. Mm-hmm. Oh, selling is so sleazy. Selling is so sleazy, whatever it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing, Jim. The selling is entirely different today than it was 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the days of the old used car salesman where they had all the information and they would dribble it out to you and then they go back to their manager and, I gotta, they've got all the information. Everyone has all the information they need now on the internet. Like there are no secrets. You know exactly what it costs Ford Motor Company to produce a Mustang. Down to the nut and bolt, you could probably figure it out, right? So it's not so much about overcoming objections and convincing people. It's really simple. Here's 3. You want to know the 3 steps to moving people to action and selling your product, Jim?
Go ahead.
The right audience. Got to have the people who need what you have. That's it. You just need to have people who need what you have. People who don't need what you have, that's fine. Your objective should be have them move away from you as quickly as possible because they don't need what you have. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your time. So you need to have people in front of you who need what you have. You have to provide them the right message that demonstrates that you can solve their problem, demonstrates value and credibility. That's it. So right audience, right message. And finally, you have to make them an offer. That's it. You make them the right offer that solves all their problems and that they're thrilled with because they're like, oh my goodness, I can't wait. Where do I sign?
Yeah.
When you do those 3 things and they're aligned, right audience, right message, right offer, it's not selling.
It's leading people from where they are to where they want to be. And I've known people in the past that, Don, that they get into telling. They feel like they got to build up more value because they're not comfortable with their offer. And that will destroy more sales than anything else. Not just the offer, but all of the extra information that people don't need. They don't need a truckload of lettuce for a dinner meal,
Right. Right. And less is more. And that's kind of where the 6-minute webinar came from. People
Exactly.
don't need you to be talking at them for an hour.
Yeah.
Right? They don't need or want that.
Oh, yeah. And I tip my hat to Stephanie Dwayne. We call her the ka-ching lady. That was a name that I pinned to her, and she likes it. But she is a clinical hypnotist, and she helps people with different things in their life, stop smoking, losing weight, whatever, anxiety. And the 6-minute webinar starts out. During this 6-minute webinar, I will share with you 3 ways that you can lose weight. Boom. That's perfect, because right there, people like me and Dawn that's not interested in losing weight, we're out of there. People who are interested in losing weight, they're there. They don't want to hear about, quit smoking or anxiety or, all these other problems. The problem is they want to lose weight. That weight is a problem. They will listen to you for 6 minutes. That's why everything has to be concise. From this is the problem. This is what I'm going to do for you. This is my, answer. And I mean, the promise and everything just goes right down. And you finally come in somewhere around, about 3 or 4 minutes into that 6-minute webinar with your credentials. It says, okay, I'm a credible source now.
So obviously you don't start out, I'm a best-selling author. I'm a speaker, I'm a coach. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? What are you going to do for me? Right. That first sentence, welcome to 6-minute webinar where I will show you the 3 keys to losing weight.
Boom, right there. Game over.
You're in or you're out.
That's
Tell me more or I'm going to go eat lunch.
Yeah.
Right? That's what you want.
Yeah. Because I remember when we were there taking branding response, and Emerson says, what's the first thing that you want to do with marketing? And I'm thinking, attract people, right? He says, no, you want to repel everybody you can't help. He's right, because you can waste a lot of time, spin a lot of wheels, and get frustrated like that. That's amazing. It really is.
Yeah. And there are 7.7 billion people in the world. 7.7, probably higher by now. 7.7 billion people in the world. How many people do you think you need? How many clients in a year do you need to have your business be wildly successful? 6 billion?
No, you couldn't handle them.
No, it's like you need a dozen.
Yeah.
Right? So it's really about repelling the other 7.6999999.
I'm glad you figured that out, and I did.
It's really about repelling all those people, and just got to identify those dozen, right? You need just a dozen good ideal clients to
one client a month. I mean, think like that,
One client a month.
Yeah, because the word of mouth from there will grow, and therefore you can get to know your client and provide the best, product and service that you can to meet their needs. Same thing is true in speaking. It's not what you want to say, it's what do they want to hear. Very simple. Very simple.
And it's really all about the message. And if you know how much value you have, I'll tell you this quick little story. So one of our earliest members, she does Reiki. Right. That's what she teaches. And she does a lot of other things. And one of the first things we did was we're going to focus on Reiki, because that's where she was having the most success. Well, we sat down, and I would say within a week of going back and forth, we actually had taken her information and crafted it into a Reiki certification program with 3 different levels. And the whole thing together was a 5-figure program. Okay. It was a 5-figure program. And I still remember the day she called me up and she says, Don, I sold one of them.
Wow.
She went from struggling to sell a program for $100 and something to be able to voice and put together the value and show the value so that she was getting people to buy. And I think it just changed her business forever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And it just opened up the doors for her for other things, because her confidence grew. That is critical, because once you're successful moving your one product, you now advance and have the confidence to be able to share with others in speaking, whether it's a TED Talk, whether it's a online TV show like this or podcast, whatever, it gives you the confidence because now you are a winner. You're not struggling. You're not losing. And that's what Don and I saw so much of. And it just kind of like, goodness, we had enough knowledge and enough experience that we knew how to put it together. And we did. We did. And like we were talking about before we went live and didn't know it because we had a glitch there. But we got a lucky break because Don had an accident. He's a rock climber, and a rope slipped and it slammed him up, kind of a freak accident, and he broke his right foot. And Don was sitting in his house in Colorado Springs, and I'm here in Brenham, Texas. We've been Google Docking back and forth. And Don made the comment to me. He said, well, Jim, I'm not going anywhere. And I said, well, Don, I just blurted out. I said, well, Don, I'm coming to Colorado Springs. That's how much, energy I had in me about let's get this baby done. And Don reminded me that, you didn't extend an invitation there, did you?
I didn't. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I broke my foot. And Jim says, I'm coming to Colorado Springs. Not, Don, can I come to Colorado Springs? But Don, I'm coming to Colorado Springs. But it was the best thing that ever happened. I mean, Jim came here. He bought bacon for our dog, the Goose. And he's known affectionately as Mr. Bacon around our house. Mm-hmm. We sat in 3 days. We crafted the entire architecture for Speaker's Pathway, which is now S.C.A.L.E. Mm-hmm. And we've helped so many people revolutionize their business.
Mm-hmm. And the thing that I love the most is that the people we've trained and worked with, they always brag about how great the training is. I don't know if we've ever sold anything that someone wanted a refund on, as far as a product. And that's pretty strong right there. It tells you the proof in the pudding. And the thing that Don and I wanted to do is that we wanted to help people because we knew how they felt. We knew exactly how they felt. And there was no one there to be able to help their client get from where they are to where they want to be. And that's what we really added. And that's why we're offering these courses to our members so they can reach out and help their clients even further. And they can give it to them as a free gift they want to on me and Don, because that's what it's all about. When you pay it forward, it's going to come back. And that's the why we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen.
One thing I want people out there to write down, if you're listening and you're saying, gosh, another training, I'm just going to have to go do a bunch more work. And last time I took a training, I had to go do this and they told me to do that. And I never got around to any of it because I was just too busy. Here's write this down. Less is more. Less is more. Mm-hmm. You have everything that you need. When you take our training, where I can tell you, you got to go out and get all this stuff. You got to, and you're not going to walk away with pages of notes that you're never going to go do.
Yeah.
Pathway, because the next thing that you need to do is this. We're all about focus on one thing.
Mm-hmm. At a time.
One thing. Let's get it successful. Mm-hmm. Right? Let's get it let's blow it up. And then we'll move on to the next thing. And then and only then will we move on. We'll crack the code on that first one. Mm-hmm. And it's astounding how quickly move when you get that mindset.
Yeah, because it's really amazing because you got to be able to go and grow on your scale, on your pace, because some folks learn things quicker than others. And later on, you might learn something quicker than someone else does. So it's very important that way. When you're doing one thing at a time, you're never behind and you never get lost, and you know exactly where you are. And if you have questions about that one step, there's help there, because Don and I, we're available to answer your questions. We don't mind that at all. In fact, that's one of Don's emails there is the 6minutewebinar.com, Don at 6minutewebinar.com. And if you want to go to S.C.A.L.E Pathway, it's scalepathway.com, S.C.A.L.E Pathway. I finally call it the pathway because it really is. It's a pathway to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. It's the perfect word for it. It really is, isn't it, Don?
It really is. I mean, I've just seen so much. I couldn't be prouder of creating this together with you, Jim.
Thank you, sir. Me too. I feel the same way, brother.
every time I meet with someone, whether it be people who are coming to 6-minute webinar, which came out of S.C.A.L.E Pathway, or whether it's in our S.C.A.L E marketing bootcamp, where people are like, I've been working on this for 30 years and I finally can understand my mission. They say things like that. Or when somebody calls me up and says, you won't believe this, I just got a $4,000 sponsor for my next event. Or when someone comes to me and says, oh my goodness, we just had a red carpet premiere of our documentary and we couldn't have done it without you.
Oh my goodness. Yes, I know who that is.
Share those things with me. It almost brings me to tears, Jim.
Yeah, it really does, because, we've seen so many people, they buy something and, okay, what do I do with this? There was no one there to take them the extra mile. And that's where focus and clarity comes in. If you don't have that, you're spinning your wheels in the mud. I mean, it's just, we saw that and we know what we went through, and it's just a horrible situation to put people in. And even though we had a glitch to begin with and we had to come back in again, and we've, our time is getting kind of short. We had about 5 minutes left before the top of the hour, but I want to just reserve this time for Don to let him share anything he'd like with the audience. Please, sir.
Well, here's what I'll share. Keep it simple. Stay focused. Seek help. Seek help. And so if you're finding that the area that you need help with is marketing, we've come clean. We've stepped up and said, we do marketing. We started off being about speaking, and it became clear to us after about a year that no, we don't do speaking. However, we have a course in speaking, but what we really help people with is their marketing messaging, their marketing automation, and helping them sell their products more effectively. So, and that, we've just been very, very successful at moving the needle for people. So if you're sitting there listening to Jim or listening to what I'm having to say, and you're thinking, gosh, marketing is a big challenge for me. In fact, it's my biggest challenge. If so, just reach out to Jim, reach out to me, we'll get on the phone. We'll, we're not going to try to sell you anything. I mean, it's not how we roll.
No.
We'll share with you the value proposition that we bring, and we'll help you to understand if it's a good fit for you. If it's a good fit for you, we'd love to have you as part of the S.C.A.L E Pathway family and just see your business grow.
Oh yeah, and we provide training every Wednesday there, and coaching calls. And my goodness gracious, I mean, it's just a ton of value. But most importantly, the thing that Don and I love the most about this is that we're able to take the little person from the sidewalk to where the sales start ringing. And no one else, a lot of people doesn't do that, because we even had speakers, okay, hey, can you get me on stage? I'll pay you, And, when you got products and you're able to create income from that, and your products are a blessing to others, the speaking will come, because we've got the courses that will enable you. You don't have to go through the rat race that all these other people do. You can get off that, habit trail. Get out of that habit trail right now. How about that? Set yourself free.
And when you're a celebrity expert, a select expert, when you are recognized for your brilliance at what you do, which will come when you change the lives of thousands of people. When you've reached that scale, where you've helped so many people are going to start coming to you. I mean, I have people every week wanting me to be on their podcast. And I first thing I say is not yes. First thing I say is, well, who is in your audience? And if it's not somebody I can help, I don't want to be on it. And this will happen to you. When you establish yourself as a premier expert in your area, your phone won't stop ringing. You'll have more. You'll be like turning speaking gigs down. Yeah,
that's true.
That'll happen, but not because for the horse.
Yeah. Whenever you make it, you won't have to tell anybody. They will come after you. And that's just like the way we got here on E360 TV. We started the webinar series on the message of inspiration, hope during the pandemic. And we were invited to join the E360 TV network because of the quality of the product we were delivering. That's what your focus is on. How can you be a blessing to someone? How can you solve someone's pain? How can you help them in their hour of need? You do that, the rest is going to take care of itself. And we got about 1 minute left. You want to sing a song, or you want to share anything else with them, Don?
No, I think I've said my piece.
Yeah.
I think just go do it. Just go do it. Just success rewards.
Action. I know that one there. Yeah.
Action. Success rewards action. Take some action today, no matter how small. Take some action, move it forward. Just get it done. Success rewards action.
You bet. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for putting up the glitch that we had there. We got back on, and this will be downloaded tonight and uploaded on YouTube at the Messages of Inspiration and Hope YouTube site. I'm Jim Grant on behalf of Dandy Don McGrath. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a blessed day. Go to speakers at the S.C.A.L.E pathway, S.C.A.L.E pathway.com. Check it out. You'll be glad you did. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.